Nathan Carter had always felt like someone was watching him. It had been that way since he was 10, growing up in his mother's old farmhouse at the edge of Black Hollow, a stretch of dense forest in Maine that no one talked about. People went missing there. His mother, a tough woman who worked 2 jobs and chain smoked, at the kitchen table warned him constantly. "Stay out of those woods, Nate. Something's wrong with that place." For the most part, he listened. But one warm October afternoon in 1998, his best friend, Charlie, dared him to step inside. They were kids, young, dumb, chasing ghost stories. Charlie ran ahead, laughing as he disappeared between the trees. Nathan hesitated, then he followed. They found something they shouldn't have. A house. It wasn't on any map. It shouldn't have been there. It stood in the middle of a clearing, rotting hunched like a dying animal. The windows were black voids. The walls warped like they were trying to breathe. The air stank of decay like something long, dead had been dug up and left to rot in the sun. Then came the whispers. They rose from the trees, voices almost human calling their names. Charlie ran first, Nathan followed. Neither of them spoke about what they saw that day. But Charlie was never the same. By winter, he stopped coming to school. His mom said he was sick, but Nathan knew better. Something had changed in him. His eyes looked empty, like something had scooped him out from the inside. By spring, Charlie was dead. The doctor called it an unexplained illness. His body just shut down. But Nathan knew. Charlie had brought something back from the woods. 20 years later, Nathan came home. His mother had died, leaving him the old farmhouse. He told himself he'd stay, just long enough to clean it up and sell it. Then the first night back, he saw them. Figures in the trees. Tall, thin, their skin stretched, too tight over their bones. They stood perfectly still, their heads tilted, watching. Nathan locked the doors, closed every curtain, told himself it was nothing, just shadows, tricks of the moonlight. But deep down, he knew better. The hollow ones had come for him. That night, he woke to the sound of scratching. It started soft, barely there, then it grew louder, fingernails on glass, breathing, then a voice. "Let us in, Nate." It sounded like Charlie. Nathan squeezed his eyes shut, covered his ears, but the whisper slithered through the walls, crawling into his head. "You should have stayed away." By morning, the whispers were gone, but the fear remained. He knew now he couldn't just leave. They wouldn't let him. So that night, he grabbed a flashlight, a rifle, and stepped into the woods. The house was still there. It hadn't aged, it hadn't changed, still standing in the clearing, rotting, waiting. The air was heavy, thick with something wrong. His body resisted every step like the earth itself was pushing him away. Nathan swallowed his fear and moved forward. The door creaked open. Inside, the walls pulsed like living skin. The floor twisted under his feet. The stench was overwhelming, mold, death, something worse. Then he saw them. Dozens of them. The hollow ones crouched in the dark, their black eyes locked onto him. And from the center of the room, one of them stepped forward. Charlie, or what was left of him. His skin was gray, stretched too thin. His mouth twisted into an unnatural grin, teeth too sharp, too many. "Nate," he rasped, "you came back." Nathan lifted the rifle, hands shaking. Charlie smiled wider. "You shouldn't have left." Then they rushed him. Nathan never made it out. Days later, the farmhouse sat empty again. The neighbors whispered about the Carter. Boy, how he vanished just like Charlie all those years ago. And deep in Black Hollow, the house still waits. Watching. Whispering. Waiting for the next one to come inside. Jimmy Garrison 9, his dad vanished, not a deadbeat packed suitcase. Note: Ray Garrison backyard after dinner gone. Rusty swing set swallowed by the dark cops. Nothing. No footprints. No struggle. Mom said men leave families. Life moves. On Jimmy knew better, something out there. Shaped porch light watching. Jimmy pushed it away. Grew up hardware. Store quiet life, wind rattled. Windows. Something whispering his name. 20th anniversary. Dad's disappearance. Mom passed away back home, settle estate. First night porch, backyard swing set, gone grass wild. Something lurking, waiting, stepped forward. His dad, something wearing. His dad's face, skin stretched too thin, mouth too wide. Eyes, black pits. Jimmy, it whispered. Jimmy turned to run. Legs wouldn't move. Thing smiled. I waited for you. Stepping closer. Now it's your turn. Jimmy tried to scream. Darkness swallowed him whole. Next morning, house empty 20 years ago. Hollow man waiting, someone new.